we're going to continue on with this conversation because let's talk about two things. Because we said two things. Number one, does letting these things, these secondary addictions, be out of control, do those put us in danger of being over here? Then the second question was what?
Well, it really revolves around, are they sinful? They're not as devastating, right? They're not as devastating to my family and even to myself, but are they harmful to the point that they need to be dealt with?
Right. So as we think about those two questions, I think we have to step back and talk about one aspect first.
Okay.
And that's the aspect of what is going on in both of these arenas and what are we trying to accomplish? And typically when we look at addiction, we are trying to deal with uncomfortable emotions. And we are trying to change those emotions. We are trying to depress those emotions. We're trying to make those emotions go away. I don't like to feel sad. I don't like to feel overwhelmed. I don't like to feel stressed. I don't like to feel afraid. And what I've learned is it alters my mood. And the other thing it does is it serves as a false point of connection. Again, God created me for relationship and connection, but I learned early on that I actually felt very connected when I was sexual with another person, or actually felt very accepted when I used drugs or drank in this particular group of folks. And so, again, false connections, false idols, if you will, as well as altering my mood. So that is true in both of these areas. So in the same way that I might feel an uncomfortable emotion, I might feel stressed or anxious or overwhelmed, and in the past I might look at pornography, and looking at pornography and masturbating would fill me with this dopamine rush and would cause those emotions to dissipate and disappear for a little bit, and that's that. What I've learned is the same exact thing can happen if I eat food.
You get a dopamine rush?
I get the same dopamine rush. In fact, imagine this. I have a lot of euphoric recall and a lot of fantasy around food. I start thinking about, for instance, I know we're going to eat at X place, and all of a sudden I find myself thinking about that all day and imagining what it's going to be like and imagining what I'm going to order and that sort of stuff. So there is definitely an addictive component in these secondary things, and we're definitely, if we're not careful, can use them to alter our mood or to kind of serve as that anchor point of connection and idolatry in our lives. So with that said, we've got to recognize then, Bill, that there is definitely a danger here. And while they don't have the same level of sinfulness, they don't have the same level of consequence, they don't cause those that we love and are closest to the same level of hurt or betrayal or fear, they definitely are connected. They definitely have the same underlying roots. And so that's why it's important to deal with the underlying roots, to deal with what drives me towards addictive behavior. Because if all I do is stop doing this, you've heard the term dry drunk. And how many folks do we know that go to AA, for example, and they're sober, they haven't drank, but they're mean and they're judgmental and they're controlling and they're,
dry drunk, yeah.
Yeah, they haven't dealt with the underlying core issues. And the thing about these two primary, secondary addictions, if we can use that word, they have the same underlying root that's there that drives them and pushes them. And so for starters, I've got to, and that's what the TREC program and Hope Quest is all about, is helping people get underneath the addictive behavior and to understand what those roots are and to deal with those roots and let God and His grace and His power and His truth resolve those roots. But now here we sit, there's still these things at play. And so when I'm over here, we were two questions that we're trying to answer here.